so Aaliyah here. I hope you are having a great week so far. Today I'm trying something a little bit different. In this season of my business, in this season of the year, I'm a little bit bogged down by all the writing that I have to do. So I'm not really filling the blog posts. My heart's not really in it. I have been a little bit lacking with the email newsletters, but I'm soon to get those back up. The way that I'm going to do that is by lessening the amount of writing that I'm doing and spending some more of it doing things that I actually do and showing you how I actually do things. So instead of a blog post, you are going to see a visual blog post from me. I'm going to take you on a journey of how I do things, how I look for things, how I find my favorite things, how I came about them, and all that great stuff. And I hope you really enjoy it. Definitely let me know, leave it in the comments below, and talk to you soon. So let's get into it. I am super excited to talk today about finances, legal stuff, all the scary things, the scariest parts of starting a creative business. That's by far one of the top two things I hear. How do I know if my business is legal? How do I keep all that legal stuff together? How does Uncle Sam not come after me? And how do I price my projects? I will definitely talk about pricing projects soon, but today let's get into all the legal goodies. So one of the first places that I head to when I have a legal question is a good friend of mine and my coach. That's Christina Scalera, and she's recently rebranded from ChristinaScalera.com to the Contract Shop. Getting right down to it, which I really love that she's done this. She definitely still does coaching and she does a lot of it, but she's a lawyer by trade, and she knows that creatives are terrified of all of the legal things. So she has the Contract Shop. What they are contract templates based on whatever your business is, or see there's a ton here, like this is the general independent contractor template, wedding photographer, calligraphy, graphic design, floral style, and so on and so forth. So they're really, really great contracts to protect you from whatever circumstance that you're in. They are delivered in a way that you can definitely insert what you need to, insert your name, your address, all those great things. And it's just really a great one-stop shop. You may look at the price and get a little bit scary, but if you're doing that much business, if you're doing really well, not really well, if you are getting to the point where you're making if you are working with people who could get mad at you and sue you, you want a really, really good contract. You want it from a lawyer. You don't want it from some random thing you found on Google or some random template that you found. You want something that you know someone touched. This is not a random template. This is something touched by a lawyer, someone that you can ask. If you're in the States, it's really, really great. If you're in the state of Georgia, then you know she's a Georgia lawyer. But definitely, you want something that speaks directly to you. You don't want a generic business template from wherever. You want someone who works with creatives, knows how they work, knows the things that come up in their business, and all that great stuff. So this is a really, really, really great. And as you can see, she's always adding new things just because she knows her market and she talks to people. So really, really great one to go to. And she does have biannual sales. So there's one coming up, so be on the lookout for that. I will definitely share on my email list when that happens, but she's just really, really great to go to. And she's in the midst of moving over her website. She's switching over some things, so something's going to look a little bit different if you come in a week or two or something like that. She does have blogs. She has a great blog as well. Just some quick wins. 5 signs your attorney's a dud, and so on and so forth. Things like that. I really like this. This talks all about her contracts. If you have any questions, go straight here. And I definitely will link to all of these below, all these great things. But so let's say. So one of the things that I definitely want to mention is that her contracts are great because they're a bridge between that random template that you found online that you don't really think protects you and hiring a lawyer. Because maybe hiring that lawyer could be something like $200, $300, $400 an hour. And of course, they're not going to finish your contract in just an hour. So think about that. But yeah, cool. And like she said, they can be a little bit tailored, just get into all the good stuff. So yeah, look at this. Again, I don't recommend things I don't trust her a ton. And I use her contracts in my business. Other thing, Legalize Your Bids. It's a great free course. Literally to help you legalize your business, and if you're in the States, help you figure out where to go, who to ask, what kind of documentation you need, and all that great things. I just saw that it moves. I really love this. But yeah, so check that out. It's free. Just sign up for it. Give your email away. You're good. All right, the next thing. So Steadfast Bookkeeping, she actually works with a ton of creatives. That's what she is. She's a bookkeeper for creatives. She works with a bunch of people that I know. So she's one of the other places that I really go to when I have questions. Follow her on Instagram, see all those great things there. Her blog, really, really awesome. One of her articles, which I really love, it's really recent. I have some older ones that I love as well, but this one is it's just a great reminder for reasons why you need to separate your business and personal finances, how to get that done, and all those great things. So these are this is the real nitty gritty stuff. Hey, having that contract that protects you from people, really, really important. But all these kind of things, how to open a business bank account, why you should pay yourself a salary, and all these kind of things. These are like the first things that people are confused about, scared about, worried about, all that. And it's all right here. And it's all in, and it's also something that she helps you with if you have issues and so on and so forth. If you are ready to bring somebody on because you're just like, put my hands up, I cannot do it, then find someone who works with creatives. Especially, I feel like they know your business, they know our businesses, they know who we are, how we work. They know that we're not a super big corporation, that we don't want all those big corporation rules and laws and like red tape. We work very quickly. We get things done very quickly. Things move very quickly. So work with someone who appreciates that. Another thing, this is an article from Think Creative Collective that I've looked at 1.5 billion times. It's all about accounting for the person who is not an accountant, who is not going to hire Steadfast Bookkeeping right away. So and it helps you with setting up your taxes, because when you're thinking about your accounting and all that stuff, you're thinking about eventually filing your taxes and all that great stuff. I love this line. If you have to work 80 hours a week, you're not profitable. Because when are you spending your time actually spending that money? So think about stuff like that. How to actually track your income if you're using an old school method like Excel, which is like my babe. I love it. Or something a little bit more robust, but it's definitely been around forever, is QuickBooks. Full disclosure, I got QuickBooks for self-employed free when I did my taxes last year through TurboTax. So things like that. Tracking mileage, if you go to meetings all the time, do that. Track that, because that's part of your business expenses. So this is really, really great to look at as well. Okay, and one last person I'm going to, not last one, but Alicia Nicole. So I'm going to share this little bit about copywriting. That's another thing that people terrified about. If I put this on the web, can people take it? Can people use it? Can people do whatever they want with it? So look at that. She has a little bit in here about filing trademarks, which is cool. But I personally would probably go the lawyer route with that if it's something I'm not concerned about. And I would probably do that because Christine Scalera is also a trademark lawyer, and I've talked to her about that a few times. I don't have anything trademarky yet, but if I did, I'd probably head over to someone, but definitely good to get started. And if you're strapped for cash and you say, hey, I can get it done, it's worth it for me to do it versus me to hire out for it, look at something like this. Cool. All right. And okay, so this is the last one I'm going to share with you. Rachel Rogers. She is also a lawyer. Go figure, turned business coach. Her newsletter is everything. I just love listening to it, reading it, and living vicariously through it. I don't get to read everything and all the things because I'm not her target right now. She always talks about people who are in six figures, almost to mid six figures, trying to take me to high six figures and seven figures. It's not where my business is, but I think if I ever get there, that I would probably look her up. And get into one of her courses, her masterminds, or something like that. But just read this, just listen to her mindset, just get all of that, absorb that. I think she's really, really great for stuff like that. And of course, she has all the legal bits. You can look through her site for that, but I'm just telling you that her strategies are awesome. And even something like this, I love this article, 10 Things Every Grown-Ass Woman Needs. Take a look at this article to see all of the things she talks about. And I'm telling you, get on her newsletter and look at her mastermind, look at her guides, all that great stuff. She's really cool too. So that is my quick journey through finances and legal bits on the web. Other place I always go, Pinterest, of course. I go to Pinterest before Google when I'm looking for things like that, just because I feel like if things are pinned, it's from people who are more in tune with creatives and we're working with creatives, as opposed to if it's on the World Wide Web, hey, your SEO might be really great, but maybe only the first 3 relate and they don't relate and nothing else below that relates. So for that reason, I tend, when I'm looking for more creative stuff, to head toward Pinterest before I do Google, but that's my personal preference. I definitely have degrees in both of those. But yeah, so let me know how you feel about this one and if you want to see more of my journeys through the web.